Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I want to look at Taylor's new album, The Tortured Poets Department, and I want to take a look. This is a part two to, if you saw my previous reading on Taylor and Joe and Taylor and Matt Healy, both exes of Taylor's, so if you want to go check that out, I'll link that above, but this reading is a part two to that. And I want to see if either one of them are showing up in this new album that's coming out on the 19th of April. So I want to take a look into it, see if they're present. I want to take a look at the vibe around this album, as well as is Travis going to possibly show up on it, as well as just how's it going to do, what can we expect, and how does this going to affect everything gone and moving forward with Taylor. So without further ado, let's get into the reading and see what we can see. So just a quick reminder as I'm shuffling, just everything I'm going to be saying here today is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, no facts, just my opinions. So if you would like, you can use what I'm saying here as I'm psychic downloads, impressions, and just reading the tarot cards. If you want to use the information I'm sharing to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and ideas and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So that's what I have as my kind of little disclaimer. And for those of you who are like, you've done a ton of Taylor readings as of late. The reason why I've been doing a lot of Taylor readings is one, people have been asking. And two, as we kind of look at ways that we in society are maybe feeling lonely, or we are looking for individuals that we can like connect to. Taylor is such a well-known person who is just like everyone else, flawed and isn't perfect, that we can look at things that have been publicly put out for people to consume to help maybe identify things in our lives that maybe we either aren't addressing or we are addressing, and we can connect with and provide examples and feel that we are not the only ones out there going through the exact same things. No matter how much money you have, where you are, what's your first language, where you live, or your background. So that's why I do these readings. So without further ado, let's just take a look at the vibe of the album. And what I'm hearing is overnight success. So for those, like, that's just like the first thing that I'm hearing in my head. Like, this album is gonna do very, very well. Also, like, a few other words that are coming to my mind is ballads. Like, I don't know if she has like a couple ballads that she's going to be releasing as like a single. No. But there's a couple, it feels like there's ballads, it's not more of the same of what we've heard from Taylor. It's not more of the same. It does feel, though, that we are getting oh goodness gracious, it's a little jumbled. Forgive me for Mercury retrograde. We're still right in the middle of it, so some things can be a little haywire. But like, I think we're gonna also country. Why are we going country? What? So like, what's popping up into my head is Shania Twain. Don't know why. For those of you who are 90s countries fans, probably not a lot of you, but for those who have or know of Shania Twain, she was a huge person in the 90s. In country, she had ballads, she had pop, she had country, and really popular artist, really good songs. She's one of my favorites, actually. And like, what I'm just feeling is, I don't know if like there are parallels to some of her music that are going to be in this new album. But I'm also hearing there's at least one guest. Like, I think there's at least one guest on this album as well, where like we're having someone else come in, maybe for just like one or two songs. It's not going to be a lot, but I do think we are going to have like a guest for one album or one of the songs on the album that might get released as a single. Uh, that I think is going to do very, very well for it's going to do well. So let's take a look into, let's pull some cards now just around this album. So we have the Eight of Cups as the general vibes. This is walking away, but it's also moving on and letting go. Interesting. The challenge of walking away from unhealthy attachments, which is the challenge here in the Queen of Cups. So for those of you who maybe came from like a previous of my part 1 to this, which was Taylor going, when we looked at the relationships between Taylor and Joe and the Taylor and Matt. And we're seeing this Eight of Cups here. And I will also say this Queen of Cups reversed showed up as Taylor in her reading with her and Matt Healy. So if you want to go back and look at that, it should be linked. But looking at this, it's like Taylor feels like with this album, we're walking away from. So we're walking away. This is the whole vibe of the album. We're walking away, we're moving on, we're letting go of old hurts, past traumas, and wounds. And the channel and like what we're walking away from here are these unhealthy attachments that we've had. In my previous reading between her and Matt, it was like it was very unhealthy, codependent, potentially relationship, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. But it was like it wasn't a healthy relationship when it came to like that romantic side. Seeing here with this Queen of Cups, it's like it was something this is like a relationship that wasn't like we're walking away from this old relationship. Like we're walking away from old hurts, old wounds. Yeah, and the Ten of Cups there, Justice, and the Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. But what I'm feeling here is like this album is almost like an apology letter is what it feels like in some of the songs. So like, I don't know, it feels like an apology letter of some sort, especially with the Justice card up right here. And that is like, what's due is due. It's like, what is due? Like, justice is going to be coming. It's like, I'm sorry for what I've done with the Ten of Cups here as well, and the Hanged Man. I wonder if we're going to be getting also like a different, like, one, I feel like there's an apology letter in here to someone, possibly to Matt, actually. And then looking here with this Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man reverse, though, I'm also feeling like all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, but like when it comes to like her family or her dynamics with family members, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they've been healthy. I haven't looked into her and her dynamics between her and her family. I just haven't done that. If you're interested or want me to do that, let me know in the comments down below. But seeing here, it's like we also have biting words. It feels like there's going to be, I don't think these are digs. These aren't digs. If it was digs, it would be like the Page of Wands or something, or Page of Swords or something along those lines. But this also feels like we might be delving a little bit more into like old family history or trauma or experiences that she's had, because with the Hanged Man here and the Ten of Cups, it's like I have something in my past that I need to express, and through my music I'm expressing it. With the Justice card here, it's like this is something that I need to do. Like this is like, it's like the words have been in her for a very long time, and now I'm finally expressing them. like I said, I think in my last reading, I'm like, everyone can benefit from therapy, and I think it would be great for everyone from stars to everyone below. And I know not everyone has access, and I am pissed that people don't, because it's like with everything going on, like everyone should have access to mental health services, because the world is too crazy for us to not at this point. But um, with this here, it's like this. There's one of, I don't know if this is one of the songs or if like it's the whole album, but it's like it feels like we're going into a little bit of like a little bit of Taylor origin. It feels like in some cases, like the Taylor origin story, especially with this Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. It's like I've been holding on to this for so very, very long, but it's like the words are finally coming out. Like I'm putting my pieces out there, like the origin uh, behind where I've come from. It feels like a little bit of an origin story mixed in with a little bit of an like with apology letters in here. Yep, here comes the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of... I don't know what else to say here, but like the Six of Coins here as well. Oh gosh. All for alleged entertainment purposes only. I do feel like Matt Healy is in this album. I do feel like he has an apology letter coming to him in this album. So for those of you who watched my previous video or who are fans of Matt, like there is an apology in here with the Six of Coins. This is another card that showed up for him in my previous reading as well. Being able, like, I'm giving, and like, but I'm now, like, I'm giving and giving and giving, and I'm taking. So, but also over here, looking at this Five of Cups and then the Knight of Swords as well. So we have, with the Five of Cups, it's like unwelcome change, the grief, grief and sadness, also emotional baggage and resisting change. So with this album, yeah, this is all about going to be going through, I think, part of her, like, some of this, like I said, this is like her origin story. Like this feels like an origin story album. Also, like it also feels like some of like, I think I referenced this in my last reading too. Was like there's a 2-ton elephant on her back, and it's like we're chipping away at this 2-ton elephant now, and it's we're chipping away and we're taking pieces off. With this Knight of Swords, I also feel like, yeah, there's an apology letter in here because, like, I was hurtful, I was rude, like, this is all comes from me, like, holding on to things that I don't need anymore, and this is, for me, like, is, like, what I've taken advantage of. Yep, there's the, because, like, codependency, judgment, reversed, and there's the Emperor. I think this is also going, so I've seen in previous videos and stuff, like her dad is a very controlling person, all just for entertainment purposes only, but like he has a big influence on her life. So I'm wondering if there's a song in there about him as well, especially with this Emperor reversed. Like I said, I think we're getting an origin story to Taylor for some reason, especially with this Judgment reversed as well. It's like we're going through like old hurts, old wounds, old traumas, old relationships that were not healthy for us. This might even like with especially with men, and even like with her own father. But it's like now I'm kind of standing up, saying my own things. That's Taylor, and then here's goodness gracious. Interesting. Okay, why I'm saying interesting. So a lot of these cards I got in my reading with Matt Healy. So for those who are like, this album's about Matt Healy, yeah, I think you're pretty spot on with that. However, I'm also seeing here that yes, it's going to be a success. However, when people start delving into this album and like the meanings and the growth and everything, there's going to be some criticisms here, I think, for Miss Taylor. I'll allege my opinion. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Because it's like, I think we're going to start questioning, like, Taylor, you have another album come out. It's the same stuff. It's the same things. It's the same wounds, same traumas, same triggers that we're hearing over and over and over and over and over and over again. As her audience ages and grows, they grow with her. And sometimes when you see someone, so you know how you have friends, doesn't matter what age you are, but like you're really, really good friends with them. And then like you stop being friends with them for a while, or like they kind of just somehow like disappear out of your life. And it's like, well, why did I stop hanging out with that person? Well, it's like you grew, you changed, you healed from past things. You're a different person now. And what I'm seeing here is that people who are growing up with Taylor, or who have grown up with Taylor, are like, this doesn't resonate anymore. You aren't growing. You aren't seeing, or like that's what the music feels like. It's like this music is like, but what you're saying, you haven't grown. This is the same thing you wrote about 5 years ago. But nothing's changed. But I've changed. So it feels like with her music that's coming out, it's like her audience is growing and changing, but it feels like the music that she's been doing hasn't grown and changed with her as her audience has grown and changed. So I think there's going to be a couple people, and like I think it's not just going to be a couple people, but it's like this feels like her fan base is like growing and changing, but like the music hasn't evolved with them. So like if the music isn't hitting the same as it was because it's not growing and changing, but you have, like, you're not going to connect with it anymore. And when you don't connect with it anymore, you kind of don't like it. Like I said, the album I think is going to do just fine, but I think there's going to be a lot of questions around Taylor and her growth and how her audience has grown and changed, but she hasn't grown and changed. It feels like in this scenario, especially with this 7 of coins here, it's like, this is stagnant. Things haven't changed. It's like, why do I, it's like there's an undercurrent of emotional variability, and I keep saying emotional variability, but what it is that it's like people understand intent, and I feel like we're coming together and we understand general meanings, intentions, and this is as like a collective, and these are just people who are like, they are coming in and like we're doing different things, and like, and I know this is so bungled right now, my whole head's just like but yeah, it feels like her like the collective, the energy, the audience can feel intentions set by people. It's pretty easy. Like when you're in a group of people and you have like one person who's like, hey, I want, like, it's almost like say you're doing like a group chat with, and you want to do like a trip with your group chat, and everyone's like super excited to go, but there's like one person who's like kind of not down, but they come anyway, and you can kind of feel that it's like, yeah, they really don't want to be here, but they're here kind of vibe, because they're like not engaged with people, or this, that, and the other thing. And like that's what it kind of feels like here, in the perspective of like everyone's super excited for this album. Everyone's super excited, and we want to do it, and we can't wait to see the growth and change. We can't wait to listen to new music. And then like you listen to new music and it's like, wait, this sounds like old music. This isn't resonating with me anymore, is what this is kind of feeling like. Because it's like, we are stagnant. We are, like, the emotions that we put into it aren't, it's like the same old over and over and over again. Okay, what else do we got? We have the Ace of Swords, which is how we're speaking with clarity, but the Temperance. imbalance, and the Three of Cups. Also, when it comes to this album, I'm not sure if we're going to know about this, but I do feel that this album is rushed. It's very, 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 very rushed. And I'm not sure why it's coming out. Because it doesn't feel like Taylor wants this to come out when it is, to be 100% honest. Especially with this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like we're communicating, we're saying different things. However, with the Temperance card reversed and the Three of Cups reversed, it's like this isn't ready. Like this album isn't. We rushed it. We did this out of impatience. We haven't looked at the full thing. It's like this album needed like needed more time before it was announced, before it was ready. However, it's coming out because there's an outside influence saying like, hey, we need this out, like we're gonna do this, like you've agreed to it, like, and it's like, but it's not ready, but it's like you agreed to it, so it's going out. But it's like, so that's why I feel like this album, yes, I think I read that she's been working on it for a while, and like she just felt like now is the right time, but it doesn't feel like she wanted to release it now. It's like there's some work that needs to get done yet, which is why I think also the audience is going to be looking at it and be like, this is the same old, same old. It's like, what is there new about it? Yep, because oh no 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 no, we are not, we are not going to crazy. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. All is gonna think I'm crazy. All gonna think I'm freaking crazy. We're gonna go crazy. Yeah, people are gonna think I'm absolutely nuts. So if you click off after what I'm about to say, I'm not gonna blame you. However, so when I said before with the Three of Cups, someone else is influencing this album to come out. Reason why I say that, and I don't. So if you watch my Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce readings, I've kind of hinted at this a little bit, especially in the last one I did. But it feels like when there comes to this third party, there's a third party that's kind of coming in and influencing when this is coming out. I don't think Taylor wants it to come out. However, this is... Goodness gracious. Someone else wants this album to come out. I don't know why, or other... Y'all, I think I'm going crazy. Y'all are think I'm going to be freaking crazy. So, remember... Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. It feels like there's people behind the scenes from a really, really high level executive, maybe secret societies, whoever, whatever, yada, yada, yada. You don't believe it, you probably clicked off probably right now, because what I'm going to be saying is a little bit crazy. Looking at this here, it's like, there's like really high up people who are like kind of like controlling media, controlling this, controlling that, and it's like, we need this album to come out around this time, because we need you to cover some things up for us. With the Four of Swords here, it's like we need some things covered up, especially with the Moon card here. It's like we need to have you keep things hidden. With the Moon card reversed, upright, it's all about kind of revealing of secrets and letting people know things. Seeing it reversed, it's like, no, we need you to kind of keep this covered up. We need our secrets to stay in the dark, and the such. With the Hierophant reversed, that's what's making me think of maybe societies or people that are kind of high up who are like non-conforming and are kind of organized a little bit in what they're doing to try and cover things up from a very, very high level. The Hierophant card is my job card. When I say my job card, I mean my CEOs, my presidents, my institutions, my other things. That is what my Hierophant card has always been. It's always been the top of the top and seeing it reversed, it's like nefarious intentions at the top of the top. So it's like we have nefarious intentions at the top of the top, and we need your album to cover things up because we have things that we can't have people figuring out or knowing about because we need to keep things kind of on the down low, it feels like a little bit here. Two of Coins, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. Yeah, it's like you've now put this out. I remember it came out during like the Grammys, I think. So like it was the perfect time because we need you to cover things up from like an industry or musical perspective. If you are still here and you don't believe in any of this, I am stick around. You might we might be you can we can go down crazy town together. Did not think that this was gonna go this way. I thought we were just gonna have a nice easy reading. Not going down to crazy town, but I'm gonna tell you what I see. So with the Two of Coins here, it's like we've dropped the ball on something. However, we've had this plan in place to kind of help cover things up with that Moon card. Especially with the Knight of Coins, this is like slow, steady progress. Like we've put the pieces in place so we can cover things up and we don't need to worry about things. Especially with this Knight of Cups here as well. It's like we're offering an extension of ourselves out to other people. So it's like we're giving you something because we're hiding other things. And we've put this into motion and planning in place for a while because we've like known about something or we've put something together and it's like we're working together with other people. Yeah, because like the Ace of Cups, we've been holding this piece back for a bit. Oh, goodness gracious. And this is all organized because here's the Queen of Coins and then we have the Page of Wands because we have no other... So I don't know what's coming out here at the end of April-ish that people are going to be wanting to talk about or an event happening or this, that, and the other thing. However, I don't know what it is. However, it feels like this is something that's been planned for a while. And for my people on like Twitter or X, I would just keep an eye out on like stories there. Like, because it's coming out, this is all like this is such an organized thing. Cause like we know this thing is coming, and now we're gonna use this album release to get people talking, to make sure like the other news or other media, doesn't go down that path. Instead, we're gonna talk about this new Tortured Poets Department album, because we need to hide other things. Goodness gracious. Oh, God. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, okay. So, what else we got here? Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is something they've been holding back. It's like, we've been holding back this thing for a long time because we've known, like, it's like, we need you to put this out because we're holding back on doing this thing until you can get this before you can get this album out because we need you to cover things up for us. As far as the Page of Swords, like you're saying one thing, doing another behind the scenes. We're misdirecting the narrative. We're doing like a bait and switch sort of vibe. And here's the Nine of Swords because we have something that we know is going to cause a lot of issues. However, we need you to do these things so we can do this bait and switch because we know it's going to cause a lot of issues. So we need to give them something to distract them before this thing comes forward. Or I don't know what's happening. And this reading is not turned into what is this album going to do. It's turned into what is it covering up. So, all right, I am going to pull. So if you've stuck around this far, welcome to Crazy Town, as I'm going to call it. We all got tinfoil hats here. If you want to add little antennas to yours, feel free. Or if you want to put on a red clown nose, I mean, feel free as well. I don't know, but that's where we're at. I'm going to pull. What the heck are they covering up with this album? Because this is weird. Did not expect this. Yeah. So let's just take a look. really, really quick. And you can probably hear my voice. It has been pitched up. I'm a little nervous. My hands are wanting to shake right now because this is weird. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright. Let's see. What are they covering up? What's this album covering up? What are we trying to... What are we trying to distract people from? The Five of Swords. Not by the rules. Knight of Coins. This Queen of Cups has shown up in this exact same position. You saw me shuffle. So, what are they covering up? So, in this case, I don't know if there's a female artist, a female celebrity, or maybe more, or it could be a male as well, or maybe this is someone who's, I don't know why I'm getting trans, but this feels like someone in celebrity, media, stars, singers, actors, public figures. It feels like we gotta cover something up when it comes to a female artist, actor, singer, celebrity of some way, shape, or form. I don't know if, and like what I'm seeing here is like this is someone who's getting backstabbed. So I don't know if there's like a celebrity going missing or there's like a mysterious death or someone leaving the earth plane, as some might want to call it, or getting booted off the island. We can say all those types of words, right? And like this feels like it's like something's coming in, something's getting covered up because like there's like a female entity. There's a female or feminine energy that's like getting backstabbed, or is not going to be here. Like I don't know if they're not gonna. It's like they're being dealt with or taken care of, or they're getting like defeated in some way, shape, or form. There's some sort of conflict here, especially with the Five of Swords. It's like a backstabbing and betrayal a little bit. As you can see, the guy is standing here. It's like, I'm gonna give you something, and then I got a Kanifi behind me that I'm just holding back there, waiting for you to turn your back on me. And then here with the Knight of Coins, like this has been planned for a while. So like keep an eye out on the media if there's someone who is in like who's just like, oh, this person has passed, and it's a feminine energy, and it's like they don't want you talking about this. Is what it really feels like, because it's like the album is going to cover this up. So that's what I'm. This has taken a turn for the crazy, and I apologize if we've lost you. I'm losing myself here, because yeah, here's the Page of Wands. It's like out of ideas. We're out of ideas. We don't know what else to do, but this needs to happen here and now. Seven of Wands. They aren't backing down. Like, this is the plan. We need to do this. This is something that needs to get done. Yep. And this is upright. This card always confuses me. Yeah, it's the Eight of Wands. It's like we're doing this and we're moving really quickly. This is a fast-moving thing. What in the world? It's like this needs to get taken care of now. The plan's already in action. We can't change it. This is happening here and now, and this is why we need this to happen. And it's like, you're part of this. We are in complete crazy town conspiracy, all alleged entertainment purposes only. So, I'm sorry if we've lost you, but like, this is what I'm seeing, and it's super, super weird, because it's like, we're using this album to cover up something else that's been in motion or planned for months, or even years at this point, because like we need to do this now. Eight of Coins reversed. The Lovers. this is something that they've done over and over again. And then with the Lovers here, it's like these are connections. It's like like this connect. It's not that we got to get rid of this connection. And then the Empress over here. It's like it's a female. It feels very much like a female. It's like I said, keep an eye out on the news, media, Twitter, independent news. Like, just keep an eye out, because it feels like there's something happening to a female celebrity or artist, and it's either like there's like rumors of this person, like they're just leaving. They're leaving the limelight in some way, shape, or form. And it may be because they're pregnant. There's a pregnancy card here. But it's like this person's leaving the limelight, and they're leaving the limelight for good for the most part, it feels like here. And I don't know. Is this Taylor? No. Is this someone else in the industry? Maybe. I don't know. It just feels like this story is being used to cover something else up. And I'm going to pull again to see if we've gone crazy. We have gone absolutely nuts. I don't blame anyone who has clicked off at this point. I really don't. I really, really don't. I just want to get more information on who this person is. Who is, like, the story is, and like, the thing that comes to mind, like, the thing that keeps getting repeated in my mind is Anne Hench. Anne Hench. Anne Hench. So if you've seen that, I haven't done a reading on her. However, if you have seen anything in the media about her, she passed unexpectedly, and there was allegedly videos circulating online of the bag that she was allegedly brought out in from her home, and it looked like someone was moving, or something was moving from the inside of it. Take that what you will. So, like I said, there's something going on here. I just keep hearing Anne Hench. Anne Hench. Anne Hench. Maybe if you want me to do a reading on her, let me know. But let's just get some information on who this person that they're kind of feels like they're going after one single person, and I really want to figure out who this is, or try to get my best guess at who this is. Ace of Cups. Overflowing love. Interesting. Knight of Swords. Two of Coins. I'm going to pull just a little bit more here. Okay, so, okay, all right. Okay, so at the center of this, we have we have the Page of Cups reversed. So this feels like a very, so if people are like, oh, this feels like a younger person. This is like a younger person. Page of Cups can be, this is just this younger person. It feels like maybe potentially like a child star of some way, shape, or form, especially with it being reversed. Also, keep a look out for cancel events that this person might have. It feels like whether this is a person who's canceling events or not being seen anymore. But like, I'm feeling child star. So if there's like a child star who is kind of been really who like was in this limelight and now is really taking a step back, like, pay attention is what this feels like. Because this right here is the Nine of Wands, and that's direct influences on this, and it's like this is someone who can't be controlled anymore, and maybe who can't be controlled anymore. Financial influences. They're ready to talk. They're ready to talk about something. They're being impulsive, daring, witty. This is someone who can talk. Or wants to talk about something, it feels like. With the Two of Coins here, it's like this is going to and this is like the hopes and fears, is like this person is very well balanced. Like what they have to say, one, can ruin a lot of people's lives. However, this is a balancing act as well. It's like they speak well, and the hope here is that we're able to balance news here. So we're able to potentially overshadow the news of this person with like the release of this album. So that's what this kind of feels like here. The unseen obstacles, though, is the unseen obstacle around this situation is that they're making progress, but with the waxing moon, but it's gaining strength. Gaining strength. Who's talking? Or it feels like there's someone who might be like on Twitter or like on their social media platforms who's talking about things, and it's like, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Like, we need to deal with this, because over here with the challenge is the judgment card, and it's like, this is the public's judgment. The public is coming in. There's a story that's gaining a lot of momentum, and it's with all this momentum coming in, it's gaining traction. People are talking about it. People are talking about it too much. And like what's going for this situation, even with this album coming out, and I think kind of drowning out the noise of this last story, this other media person, like this is a story that has ramifications. It feels like it's a story for the long haul, with new stuff that can come out all the time around it. It's not, and like what this person has so many breadcrumbs as well. Like, they've been leaving breadcrumbs over the years or months or decades at this point, where it's like things are coming out, we're speaking on things. In the past, though, there's this King of Coins who has kind of like stomped down all of these rumors or news or information, because they've had a lot of money and they were able to suppress a lot of it. However, with the Ace of Cups here, this is the future, like the most likely future, and that's the Ace of Cups, which is like their emotions, their experiences, their authenticity is leading the charge, and it's impactful and it's long lasting, and people remember it, not see it and then forget about it. It's like, no, it feels like this one like hits close to home in some way, and I'm not sure what sort of, and it feels like this is like a feminine energy, or like a child star of some way, shape, or form, that's coming forward and saying something. And this album is covering this up, or attempting to cover this up, because it's like the news about the album is going to cover up this story of this person coming forward and saying their piece. So, okay, so I'm going to be done with Crazy Town right now. If you want me to read more on this situation a little bit, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, this is what I have for this reading. I am so sorry it went down this crazy rabbit hole of whatever. But if you like this type of content or enjoyed this video, I want to thank everyone who has either left a comment, liked, shared this video, or subscribed to the channel. I hope to see you in more videos, as I have new stuff coming out all the time. Otherwise, I really just want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!